XRP and crypto fam, how do you make more money, but you still want to feel like a trader and not do leverage because you've seen what happened a couple of weeks ago with all this China liquidation Trump? But look, a lot of people don't just want to buy and hold, buy and hold. That's what I do a lot of the times. And it's somewhat like the best strategy because you don't have to worry about it. You just see your growth in your investment. But people wanna come in, get out, trade a little bit. Spot trading helps a lot. You wanna do leverage as well, that you make the most money, but there's a risk, right? People know it. But when it comes to, hey, can TA help me? Absolutely. Let me tell you something. I got a special one for you, everybody. Using the price of XRP, using what we like to say, it's a great coin that is going to give you chances to get positions in, get out, and repeat. Because you cannot do spot trading on like a very crazy meme coin because it's just going to go up and down and that's it, it's dead. But a crypto like XRP that it goes up, sometimes it comes down because people don't like it, but it goes back up again. Guys, what you see on the screen is, well, the price. Got it at 15 minutes in the Japanese candlesticks. But you notice something different, right? I have something, if you watch XRP videos, especially Levi's, the Levi's Crypto Crusader signal indicator. By the end of this video, I'm going to talk about it because when I was reached out and I'm like, yeah, for sure. Like I'm always down to present people opportunities for them to help them make more money. Well, if they do their research and they learn, right? Because it's just not going to magically show. It takes practice. It takes effort. It takes for you to say, okay, let me do something, right? And it's very easy to use. It's very easy to understand when you have to like do something and when you have to wait and when you have to do something like buying, right? And the nice website it has called Crypto Crusaders boost your trades with the number one trading indicator. There's him, and there's a amazing reviews like some obviously evidence that it's like, oh man, it actually works, right? And there's some things that we want to talk about, everybody. Plus, there's like a sheet accumulation when it actually works and tells you, right, how you can go with a, example portfolio little by little by little. And well, for those who don't know, right, I met Levi a couple of times face to face in Dubai, in Singapore, and he's a great guy, great, honestly, family guy that is doing really well, and I wish him the best. And it's always looking for the next big thing. I've learned so much from him, and I think this is gonna help his community and everyone's community if you are looking into something like this. So by the end of this video, we'll talk about this. When everybody drop like, consider subscribing to the channel, and let me know in the comments down below if you already got it, if you're thinking about it, because there's so many right out there, free ones. You have to do a little bit of investing, but the point is find what works for you, and we'll take a look at this one now. What you need is very simple. You subscribe, you get in, you add it to your trading view, to your account, and then that's it. You're gonna see it. You can see this indicator, fam, in the 1 day, right? Looks pretty neat. In the 4 hours, in the 1 hour, and in the 15 minutes. It is recommended that when you're doing trading, that you use the 15 minutes. Now you can do trading leverage, you can do spot trading, like I was telling you in the first few seconds, right? It just depends what you're trying to do, because when you're investing in an indicator, well, you want to make it back. I know, and it's not that difficult. Why? Well, just to give you an example, there's one called Bollinger Bands. I love them. I always use them, right? It tells you very simple, like, okay, when it's a bottom, when it could be a top. I get it. Problem with the Bollinger Bands is that it's very micro. It is not considering the macro picture. One of the things that I like about the Crusader signal is that it shows, okay, you know what? Even in the 15 minutes, we are at a very decent bottom right here at 236. Because if you just have the Bollinger Bands, this is a bottom, this is a bottom, this is a bottom, but this one is not telling me, hey, there's so many levels that we have gone through. This is a very nice floor that you might want to consider. So let's go back. I'm just trying to paint a picture for you guys, right? Which I think is pretty cool. You see this green? This could be like the maximum buy zone. Like, don't be dumb, do it. And if we go back to the major horrific dump that we had on Friday the 10th, 2 weeks ago, you remember that one, right? This is the green, demolished. What it means is that if you didn't buy that candle, you missed a big opportunity. So traders and use indicators like this ones to get better positions in. And this is what I like, everybody. You notice how after this, the price stayed in the middle here in the Crusader signal, in the middle, in the middle, in the middle, in the middle. Look at how long it stayed in the middle. You just look at it. One day, because I'm watching the 15 minutes, like almost 2 days. And then, boom, we got a nice uptick right there. See that? Now we are in the top, you know, higher than the median. And then we got a nice correction. And then we're going to go all the way to the green, 228. Look at the price right now, 247. That was 228. Buy string number 6, meaning this is a time for you to get in. See that? And 242 very quickly. That's a sell strength if you're doing trading. Like if you want to take profits like this one. Trades. How many trades do you want to do? Because when you're doing trading, you don't have to see this as buy and hold. That is a problem. If you do buy and hold, you're probably going to get liquidated or you're going to go back to your entry position. Trading, spot trading in this case, you buy, you get a nice goal and you take profits and you wait and you start doing that again. If you're doing spot trading, if you're doing leverage, well, from here, once you see sell, do a short, open up a short, and you open up a short at 256. Look at this. We have a very nice support at 240, and then you close it, and then you make some pretty nice funds. See that? So as of right now, the price of XRP has come to a decent bottom of 232, and now we are at 247. In my opinion, long term, I'm not worried about XRP. I know we're going to be fine. And I know that I'm just accumulating. That's me, the holder, investor per se. But as a trader, it changes because, okay, if I bought, let's say, 238 and I have an active position right now here because we've been past, this was a pretty decent rally that we had a couple hours ago, you close positions. That is why you see this. Even the indicator is telling you. That is why we had two 15-minute candles sell because there's traders that are watching and are taking profits. But sell volume wasn't big enough. Let me add the volume. Sell volume wasn't big enough, so that's why it kept still standing. It just didn't crash all of a sudden. So it's always good to compare and takes your time, right? In this case, you sign up and then you select your plan. What plan? Well, we have the monthly, and there's some pretty cool, discounts and opportunities for you guys if you're thinking about it. 20% off, 25% off, and 30% off the yearly. So consider it. I'll link the link down below. The first one, right? Keep doing your research. And I'll suggest to take a look at Levi's X page too. Here on X, he's always posting and reminding people of the gains that his community and he has made, which is really nice. I follow him too. You can also subscribe, if you want to get into more. So 400% monthly trading, that's not bad. I'm using HBAR as an example right now. If you're seeing on the screen, there's a lot of alerts, which is nice. Obviously, if you want to trade, you want to loan, you want to do a 100x, 5x, 50x, 1x, depends what you do, right? Of course, we don't have those kind of liquidation events every single day, so you should be fine, I think, with a 1, 2x, because that's what a lot of people want to use, right? Well, indicators like this one, the Crusader Signal Basic, will show you guys exactly all the different steps, of course, in the 15-minute chart, what you might want to take profits with. But if you say, well, I don't want to just trade, I want to buy and hold, that's fine. This one works for spot trading too, right? Spot, leverage, whichever you guys want. This is all going to help you out get it, right? Right now, for example, right, as we discussed before, we're looking at breaking this upper sign, upper level, and look, the indicator immediately is triggering with a level 6, level 5, level 4, level 3, giving you some take profit events. Now we're coming down and we still don't have a buy zone. The last one that we had right here was on the 22nd. Look at this one, because we touched the bottom. So that's the sign of a get in. This is HBAR, guys. Why don't we go ahead and do Chronos, because we had some pretty awesome news too lately. Let's go ahead and scroll down right here. Look at this. Would you take a look at this? I love this, because if you're trading early, right, you're waking up, you're preparing your bags, just a couple of hours ago, boom, sell event. Now buy event. So right now it's a pretty good time because we are not in the middle of the indicator. We're coming back up. Pretty nice. I like it. So this one works for both, and it's really, really good. Now, also here, some of the idea of what potential that you guys are gonna have, and give you an example, right? With the account balance of 10,000, right? 0% gain. The bottom is that you are going to have, this is just an example, it's a simulation, right, that the indicator is going to help you attain. And just so you have an idea, right, a 40,000 bottom with 47 trades, right? Trade size of 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. You go slowly but surely, right? With 8% gain, with 6% gain, sometimes losing, of course, because that's normal. It happens. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. The account size is 10,000. The trade balance is 30%, right? So that's how you are positioning yourself, not with everything, but with a little bit. And little by little, I mean, this is almost going to be a 2-month duration of the trade. This is something I think a lot of people need to understand. You don't need to rush to make the money. You don't need to put a 50%, 60, 70, 100% of your money to say, oh, great, I'm all in, right? When it comes to trading, you have isolated trading, you have cross trading. What does that mean? That you can have specific target trades with your entire position and just let it flow. And if you keep repeating, guys, 1%, 6%, 9%, that's really nice, because you start earning little by little. Look at this. Hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, a couple thousands of dollars. Look at that. That is someone's salary in a month. And here in the US, like, that's so good. So don't feel like you need to make a big home run every single trade. And that's what this simulation helps you understand, right? So it's really nice. Total account gain 75%. So, and in a world that we haven't really seen a major pump, and I'll tell you this, Tom Lee, so you know what's coming, okay? So you know what's coming. Look at what he said.
10 weeks. As you know, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of time. We have 10 weeks. As you know, Bitcoin makes its move in 10 days a year. So are Bitcoin's best days in the fourth quarter? Probably, because we have catalysts, the Fed's easing. We have a shutdown that's been risk off. We have China-US tensions that, look, every time there's a headline on China, like, Bitcoin takes a gut punch, right? Because it is money flows and deleveraging. So that goes away. We have seasonality that favors stocks moving up. Stocks moving helps Bitcoin. So to me, the chances of Bitcoin having a huge fourth quarter are really high. And not all of these would be tailwinds for gold. So I wouldn't count. I still think it's possible for Bitcoin to hit 200,000 by the end of the year.
So I'm a nobody. He is somebody. If you are bullish, you gotta have the weapons and the tools to succeed in a market that is unforgiving, but it's gonna reward those who have the knowledge and are prepared. So I'll do it. I have my indicators. I have this one too, and I love it. And we're gonna use it so we have some pretty nice gains. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe. Follow Levi, and I'll see you next time. Go all the way to the top. Peace.